Hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. Okay, so shout out to all of my subscribers and Patreon members. I wanted to show you um, the metaverse and stuff like that. I want to show you the time travel. Why am I saying time? Not time travel. What's the man named Doctor Strange? Okay, so Doctor Strange. But first, let's get to Elon Musk first. And I wanted to show you about Elon Musk. If for those who don't know, Elon Musk is a fraud. Now, Elon means Enron. So if you have invested in Elon, then you invested in Enron, the company that went down and stole all the white people's money. Well, if you invest in Elon, then you're investing in a fraud because he's a fraud by because all of them are all of them. We're talking about we're talking about
What we lecture.
let me see. We're talking about uh okay, we're talking about white people who were slaves, who were once slaves and criminals, once slaves and criminals who are trying to get up in this world by on stolen land. So every single white race that you see is the result of stealing our land and being straight criminals at it. Okay, so this is another criminal. Now, the reason why I say he's a criminal is because the fact that he mentioned that he wanted to buy Coca Cola when he knows that we are the founders of Coca Cola. If you don't know, the Oklahoma City bombing, you will see a Coca-Cola sign on there before they bombed it. You'll see like stores and it had Coca-Cola signs, and that's because we created Coca-Cola. It was a It was a medicine syrup first. It was a Coca-Cola because my mother used to give it to me when I would be sick. Sometimes I would get it, and it came as a syrup. It didn't come as no as pop, soda pop. It didn't come as that. It came as medicine syrup with cocaine in it. But what got me with him is that I sent him, and I tweeted him like the proposal of the promised land, like a business promised land, not saying anything mean or anything, I'm gonna kill you or anything if you don't, not that, just like a normal proposal of not the promised land, but the Jetsons, the flying vehicles, because I thought maybe he was into that, but he's a fraud. He's only into, and he don't even own Tesla. He's not the founder of Tesla. He's not the owner of Tesla. That's what got me like, damn. Well, then what are you? His father and him, his family, were in Africa this whole time, sucking out all of the emeralds and the rubies and emeralds out of Africa this whole time. So his father is a pedophile. They said right here, and that he is a fraud. So if you are with Elon Musk, then just know that that's a fraud, and they're all like that. These are people who are would say, "Oh, I'm a hybrid. I'm an alien." No, you're a thief, and you probably had something to do with destroying the surface of Mars, and that's why you're here. And now you're trying to blow up the sun, and yeah, he had some rocket, some nuclear bomb trying to blow up the sun because it's fucking up his DNA or something. I don't know. But him and Gina Marie is having problems with the sun. And so Elon had a nuclear bomb to go bomb the sun, but a spaceship came and blew up his spaceship, blew it up right in midair. Not, it didn't even take off. It didn't even take off. It just blew up. So that's what happened with Elon. So let's hear what they have to say about him.
Elon Musk's media work has given him one of the biggest followings on the planet. Because he's one of the only billionaires passing the joint to the left, tweeting memes, calling out the media, starring in Rick and Morty, and giving kids the inspirational 100-hour work week lecture.
They put in, 80-hour, 80 to 100-hour weeks every week.
All of this stuff has helped Elon Musk become one of the most likable billionaires out there. But you see, that's the trick. He sold the public on his backstory and personality to get you hooked onto his products. He has become a walking advert for all of his businesses without having to pay a single penny in advertising. Instead, his advert is the story of a man going from nothing to conquering the world. So then the real question is, was any of his story actually true? Who is the real Elon Musk? Well, after hours of extensive research, I bring you the untold truth behind a man who built his life on lies.
Okay.
The
Okay,
story.
now listen, I want to stop it because I'm gonna leave a link. I want you to see it because I want to get to the metaverse. I really don't want to talk about this loser. I don't want to talk about this loser. I'm just letting you know that Elon means Enron, meaning that if you invest in this man, you will fall. You're gonna fall because no one in this country that stole our land and resources is going to prosper. Not, I don't care if you're a $5 you in no $5 Indian or no Mexican prospered. For let me tell you something. Everything is crumbling. Their world is crumbling because they're on stolen land. You can't. The Georgia Guidestones let you know that you have to make room for nature. You have to make room for nature. If you don't make room for nature, then you stand as an abomination. And when we get to the metaverse with okay, because I know you want to see the Elon Musk, but I'm gonna leave a link. But he just you're gonna see a fraud in this. You're gonna see that he is a complete fraud in this video. But I want white people to understand who not only who WandaVision is. You see, but the metaverse goes into WandaVision. WandaVision represents every single white woman here in America that gave birth to the abomination. What I mean by that, she gives birth to people that removes us from our land. So that's an abomination, right? And then she feeds it and she shellacks it and she puts this this uh this facade that everything is fine. It's like, oh, it's okay. Here, like on the 4th of July, which is Independence Day, which they were supposed to have been executed. But on that day, no, here, just have hot apple pie and fireworks because we made it. It's wonderful. It's like, no, 4th of July meant your execution. But WandaVision made hot apple pie and hot dogs out of it. Fireworks and hot, see? But you're on the bones. Okay, right? So Easter's supposed to be some sort of like a New Year's Eve for us, like New Year's. Okay, everything bloom in spring. But WandaVision made it into some bunny rabbits and Easter eggs. Same thing with Christmas. Christmas means for white people, they were getting murdered by Krampus. Krampus means that, we were coming to eat children. But WandaVision made it into this, he's not. It was supposed to have been the demise of white children. Okay, that's what Krampus meant. Christmas, Krampus. But WandaVision made it where it's mistletoe and shit. That's what I'm trying to say is that when you watch WandaVision, she messed up her boys. She messed up every single white race because she made her envision of our horror. She made it into hot apple pie. She made our genocide hot apple pie. That's what WandaVision means, and what that means is that she she's the
Begins in Pretoria,
abomination. She's the abomination. Let me go to whatchamacallit. I just wanted you to see. I'm gonna leave a link about the Elon Musk, but I want you to see that metaverse though. Hold on. Okay, so here is where is oh okay now I wanted you to see this here. It says what's breaking. This movie is called
Criminal world and sees criminals as
hold
rational
on.
humans he can toy.
Here it is. This is what the average white man is going through right now, and it leads to the metaverse thing. Now, okay, so it's this TV show where the typical white man can't get a leg up, and the reason why he can't get a leg up is because of people like Elon Musk and the government. They make a system to where they
Breaking
always
Bad is one of the
fall.
most important TV shows ever made. It's undoubtedly the greatest social commentary in existence.
and its core message will continue to transcend time, which is why Breaking Bad won the Guinness World Record for being the most critically acclaimed show of all time. So what's so important about Breaking Bad? What's the reason behind its popularity? What does Breaking Bad actually tell us about the world around us? And most importantly, what does Breaking Bad tell us about ourselves? Well, truth is, Breaking Bad's about far more than meets the eye, because Breaking Bad serves as an essential message that has never been as relevant as it is today. The story begins with Walt's life falling apart. Walter White is trapped in the mundane. He's trapped in a loveless marriage, trapped inside a dead-end teaching job, trapped economically with little to no money, working another job on the side just to pay the bills and survive the next day. Everyone in his life sees him for what he is, a lifeless mule. But this wasn't always the case. Prior to being a teacher, Walter earned an award in proton radiography, which was given for his contribution for his research that earned a Nobel Prize. After graduating from university with the stellar credentials, he went on to create the highly successful company called Grey Matter Technologies, co-founding the business with his intelligent and respectful girlfriend Gretchen. In this time, Walter White had it all: respect, money, a loving girlfriend, and limitless potential. But all of this was now just a distant memory, with Walter now living an entire life of regret. In Season 5, Episode 6, Walt tells Jesse about his deep-seated resentment. He tells Jesse about his time co-founding Grey Matter Technologies, and that after his breakup with Gretchen, Walt decided to leave the company and sell his shares for a measly price of $5,000. Since leaving the company, he tells Jesse that the company is now worth $2.16 billion, stating that he looks at the company's valuation every week.
I sold my kid's birthright for a few minutes rent.
After leaving the company behind, he went on to work in a research lab until meeting Skylar at a diner where they had their first child and bought their first house. But in this time, Walt was still ambitious, thinking of bigger things, certain of fulfilling his destiny. Which is why Walt tells his new wife Skylar that they need to get a bigger house and take a risk to live above their means, as he's certain they will only go up. Of course, this dream was only a dream. Walt's career never gets higher than being a high school teacher, where he teaches apathetic students mundane basic chemistry year after year. Walter understandably feels left behind. He never reached his full potential. His family disrespects him, his former business stands above him, his money and finances are underwhelming. And then to top all of this off, Walter is diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer, which comes with medical fees that are more than enough to completely bankrupt him and his family. And this starts to bring in one of the most important parts of this whole series. Whilst it's subtle, this series makes this key point in showing the absurdity of how similar Big Pharma is to the illegal drug trade. In America, drugs for terminal illness and rare diseases can cost over $3 million, with these vital medicines being inflated purely for the gain of a few pharmaceutical titans. And these price markups are becoming deadly. And what's even scarier is that the FDA, who regulates Big Pharma, is now becoming regulated by Big Pharma. You see, the Food and Drug Administration used to be funded by the government, but today the FDA is funded by the institutions and companies it's supposed to regulate. In fact, 45% of the FDA is solely funded by fees companies pay when applying for medical approval. And this has in turn led to the FDA to almost double the amount of accepted applications. And in diseases where there aren't many medical options for patients, 89% of these applications were approved first time round by the FDA, which of course allows Big Pharma to have an extremely tight grip over American society, where the most influential businesses in America profit from the suffering of its customers, to the point where prices are so jacked up that a highly educated teacher with 2 jobs faces the very real prospect of going bankrupt, a prospect of leaving nothing to his name and family just to pay the exorbitant bonuses of Big Pharma CEOs. It's exactly for this reason that Walt is put into a nightmarish conundrum.
Okay, now, this is why white men kill themselves, because of that reason. Now why do they have the setup for this man like this? They have it set up like that. Now imagine what he's going through, right? But imagine being gingerbread, Negro in this world. He have a shoe and some laces to pull up his bootstraps. What if you don't have nothing to pull up, nothing from nothing? At least he had something to pull up. Trump had a building to pull up. He had a building, and nobody wanted to fund him for his building. At least he had a building. But what if we didn't even have that? What if we don't even have that because these people removed us from our homes? And so even though you can see this man going through his hell and holy water, it's because he meet people like Elon, where Elon knows what happened to us, and it's always going to be a curse on you people. You'll never get a leg up because you got people like Elon that's sucking up everything, and he knows what's going on. He'll become a trillionaire. he won't let the truth out and say, you know what, we're gonna have to let these, these black people who are indigenous to this land have their land so we can have ours, because we will never get a leg up. We'll always be scrambling and scrounging for whatever we need because we're savages. But they are savages by heart. And within their bloodline, they're all savages. So they can't see what they're doing to their own people, to this man here, by their pharmaceutical companies being criminal. It's a criminal organization. For the simple fact is that when you give people some shots, it fucks them up. And then you say, oh, well, we have a cure for that. Here's some medicine. See that right there. Because you're all criminals. And all of your people go down from just a few being a criminal. So you see this man and his family going down because of the facade that WandaVision and Elon Musk people have over the white people, which is on top of us. So we don't have nothing to pull our boots up by our bootstraps. We don't have nothing. But we're also witnessing white people being run over by their own people, because those people who are criminals come from the medieval times. So I told you, they tortured their own people just for the greed and whatever. They used to kill Englishmen and kill, they used to kill monks, because the monks were stealing our gold and silver, and they were stealing from the monks. I'm telling you, it was just a dog eat dog world when it comes to Caucasians. That's why when the Moors found the Caucasians, they were criminals, and they used them as slaves and criminals and pet creatures, because that's all they could be. They can't be nothing else but a criminal creature or a pet. As you can see how we're living right now. This is our land, but yet they have stolen it. And they refuse to give it back. You can see how I'm sitting up here making videos, and the governor is just watching this, the mayor, and there are people just watching it like a dumbass. You've seen how the black people now that are in office are running and jumping ship. Lisa Haven had said, so I'll leave a link to this, but I just wanted you to show you how the typical white man is drowning in his own people's corruption. He's drowning in his own people's corruption, and he can't see the real problem. What's the real problem? The problem is people like in the government, a great scenario with Elon Musk. His father goes and steals the land in Africa and gets out all the emeralds and the diamonds, and he's selling it to his people only, and he's letting the Africans starve to death. Karma comes upon you like that, to where whatever you touch, it turns into shit. It's not good. So whatever you want to start, if Elon wanted to start a business, it ain't gonna be right. It's gonna be a criminal. It's gonna be a criminal organization, because he can't think the right way on saying, listen, if I come to this country to get their emeralds out of their land, then I have to split half of them, whoever found the emerald. If you found this emerald for me, we got to split half of it so that your generation, your family can have a business too, right with me. You have to share. That's why the Georgia Guidestone says you have to make room for nature. Nature is gingerbread, copper-colored people. Plant life, sun, rain, and water, that's nature. That means that because I seen the airport, Los Angeles airport, is covered full of concrete. That's an abomination. It used to be a river running through Los Angeles from all the way to Manchester. There was a river running through all different areas in the United States that you covered up. And now the earth wants to breathe, and that's why we have a lot of earthquakes in California, because of you people, you criminals. So when we get to this man who is suffering, this white man is suffering, he's suffering because he don't have the heart or whatever to tell his criminal people, hey, you know what? You people are criminals. And if you're criminals to me, imagine what you did to the gingerbread, to these, to the indigenous people of their land, that they've been telling you, hey. So now it's too late. We can't tell you anymore. The only thing we can do is just hope and pray if Fauci stays alive, and Bill Gates just stay alive enough to kill all of you people off our planet. That's the only thing we can do for it. Just make sure the universe understands to get these people. That's the only thing we can do for now, is to make sure that you people die. Now, I wanted to show the other Um, it was the yeah. Now he was talking about it's this okay. Now let's talk about the metaverse. Okay. Oh, did I show you this? Okay. If you see this right here, this is the okay. The historical society, the historical Oklahoma Historical Society. They made this movie right here where it says the battle of Honey Spring, the Battle of Honey Springs. The Battle of Honey Springs means that redhead guy, the redhead faggot that we showed you, he made that movie, and that movie was about removing us from our homes in Oklahoma. That's what it's about. So he made a movie about removing us from our homes or discovering that what we had. So the historical society is there just to preserve what they did. So they removed us from our home and they preserved it. We're here to claim it. So you have to email these criminals. I'm just letting you know, because when I show you about the story of Elon, when I showed you how he's sucking up he's sucking up our resources, but he's a criminal, and he did not own Tesla. He don't own Tesla. He didn't make those trucks. It was two other people. I'm gonna leave you a link, and you will see exactly who Elon is. That's Enron. He's Enron. So you guys are fucked if you put your money on him. I sent him my proposal about the Jetsons, and he did not even. His friend put a like on it. Elon's two of his friends put a like on what I was trying to tell Elon here. Email me here. I got this. Would you like to see the business plan? Elon didn't even. He didn't even email me or nothing. That was 3 months ago. That lets you know he's a fraud. Because if he was a real one, and he's searching for vehicles that's trying to fly, you got to patent that because my patent can fly. My vehicles can fly. He would be the one to look for something like that. But if I send him that and he's not interested, that's because he's a fraud. That man is a fraud. There's no way around that. I don't care what nobody say. That's a fraud. Okay, now I wanted to show. Where did he go? Okay, let me just go back. Huh, let me see. Okay, here he is. I think this is him. Oh, there it is. Shout out to this man right here. He was talking about Doctor Strange's metaverse. Okay.
Because I am the.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's this.
Brothers
No.
and sisters, celestial energy, brother wisdom.
Let me give a shout out to the people that's on. Okay, Dominique, thank you. Okay, she helps me with Telegram, and somebody put it was Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony Garner. Thank you. Okay, somebody showed me this video of this man. He was talking about the metaverse. Now, he's right.
What's going on, guys?
But
on my way to the gym.
Shout out to this man. He's so smart. I don't know who he is, but he's smart.
Early morning pre-gym vegan breakfast.
He's smart. This man
I
is
am vegan,
intelligent, very intelligent.
Mostly vegan. Every now and then vegetarian. And I watched the first 30 minutes of the new Doctor Strange movie.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of interesting things that happened in 30 minutes.
Yes, oh man, yes.
Just to know that this system, they let us know in that movie, the true Americans, all of these so-called white people that came here to our land, to our realm, all right? And the only way they could get us down is through this part of our realm, which is where Antarctica is, which would be the northern part of this realm. But they let us know that America Because what they did was they named the lady, the young lady, America Sanchez. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I mean, the new Doctor Strange movie is on Disney Plus and is at the movie theaters at the same time. You know, let you know the system is fucked. What did we say? This was the year of the phantom energy, and the darkness would be so great that they wouldn't be able to see where they're going. Hold on here. So they let us know, and this is just the first 30 minutes. Seriously, it's like the first 30 minutes of the movie. They let us know that America. I haven't even got through watching the other hour and a half because it's like a 2 hour and 16-minute movie, something like that.
Oh, hold on. He didn't see it? Oh, I did. Well, let me tell you what.
The other hour and
Shit.
a half, but
Okay.
I got a lot of information out of freaking 30 minutes.
Yeah, sure
And
did.
it said that America was running from a great powerful creature, and they had traveled through the multiverse and made their way to our planet. The shit is coming out. You just gotta understand that all this information is in so many different avenues. But America was running from some creature, and what they say was like an octopus-like creature. I mean, they're telling the fucking truth.
Okay, the octopus creature is on Mars. Now, I don't know, about 10 years ago, I'm known for being on Facebook. So people know me from being on Facebook, and I used to drop gems on Facebook all day where they just took my whole entire account off Facebook to where when I get back on, you know, I tread lightly on there because they know me. So I'm known for Facebook, but on Facebook, since 15 years, 10 years, I've been saying that there is a creature on Mars that